had an issue with that since he's been here, and so it's something that we think we improved on last year from year 1, and hopefully we'll improve on it in year 3. And obviously it helps when those guys have a lot of weapons around them, because those guys make plays for them, and when things go better, you make less mistakes.
Markeith Ambles was over on the side again today. Was that a punishment thing or a rehab thing? Or?
Yeah, no, there were 2 guys late this morning for meetings this morning, and so both of them ran.
Thoughts on the scrimmage Saturday after watching the tape?
Yeah, really disappointed in our ability to finish and play really hard. You know, the temperature was extremely hot, and I thought that we let that play a factor, which it shouldn't. You know, we got to push through that, and we got to play extremely hard and way too many loafs. And you know, it's just a reminder of we're in the spring, we're not in the fall, thankfully. And we need to, you know, you're looking at I think 10 scholarship players that haven't practiced this spring. And so when you add the 24 coming in, that's 34 new scholarship players coming in. Not only does it obviously help your depth, makes your practices better, but I think it makes your players better, because right now we have a number of guys that we find them coasting a little bit because there is no one behind them. And so they know regardless that they can't be demoted. So that's hopefully something we'll fix in the fall.
I know you mentioned Hayes Pollard the other day, but Will Andrew and Marquise Simmons were the 2 top tacklers, and it seems like both of them, Will Andrew's been pretty good, it seems like, throughout, and Marquise Simmons has come on lately. What did you see out of those guys on film, and what have you seen out of those 2 overall?
Yeah, Will is playing extremely well, really getting us lined up and making plays himself. So that's good to see. Marquise is coming along, someone who really hasn't done anything here. He's been here for 3 years, and so it's good to see. Those are some of the guys taking advantage of the situation. You know, that would probably be on in a normal situation here before years ago would be on the 3rd team, and now they're playing with the 1st team for us.
A lot of the other schools have their spring games on TV or live online or whatever, and you guys don't. Is that something you want to change in the future? Do you not think it's that important for the publicity of that?
Well, ours is going to be parts of it. It is going to be on. I don't know. I don't know what they finalized as far as how much of it, but I know that they are recording it and going to put certain parts of it. I think scale it down and even put it into a TV show, maybe. Fox Sports is. So I know it will be available in some fashion.
I mean, like these other schools have it like on ESPN and it's live, and they kind of make a big deal out of it.
Yeah, they have 92,500 people at it too, so it makes a little bit different environment. So it's a difference of the South and being out here, and you know, it just is what it is. And I go back to we had 51,000 at Tennessee for our first spring game, and there were 40,000 people there 2 hours before for the walk. So you know, it doesn't make it good or bad. It's just very different. So I think that's why, if you look at the games being telecast on the bigger networks, I think you're going to find, you know, basically, you know, the Big 12 or the SEC.
Is Red Ellison going to have to play fullback because of necessity? I mean, it looks like Barkley's just taking pressure up the middle and nothing can be done about it. Is your gut instinct that Red Ellison's starting fullback?
Well, he's going to have to play back there a lot, with Soma being the only other guy, and Soma being in his first semester here. So Ritt's very valuable to us in special teams, online, tight end, and movement. And really, prior to getting banged up, has really had a good spring. So we're going to look for him to do a lot for us in the fall.